Paps, mga Atinista, it's time to level up! Your talk variety program showcasing the best in media and other fields. As we feature the most loved personalities and the best practices of what we truly refer to as Magis. Together with multi-awarded multimedia guru Mr. Noel Ferrer, let's all level up every Fridays from 3 to 6 p.m. here on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM. Good morning, Ateneo. Start your day right with your morning wake-up call. Good morning, Ateneo. Energize your day with the lively, funny, and lovely tandem of Mir de los Santos and Tats Kidlat. Catch the latest news and stories around the campus. Good morning, Ateneo. Your daily dose of radio-chikahan, tawanan, kantahan, and kwentuhan. Every morning from 9 to 10 a.m. Tuesdays to Fridays. Good morning, Ateneo. Your mornings will never be the same again. Join Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle as he delivers to us the preachings of the Sunday's Gospel that's awe-inspiring, yet easy to understand and appreciate. Let us all listen to the Word of God here on The Word Exposed on Air, only on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM. Radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM. Rejoice, refresh, renew, and reflect. Join us for an hour of music that uplifts the soul. Listen to your favorite Jesuit music ministry artists. This is JMM Radio. Get your day's dose of inspirational music. Tune in to JMM Radio every Wednesday from 1 to 2 p.m. Only here on radyo-katipunan 87.9 FM. Tara na't simulan ng inyong umaga sa mga magagandang refleksyon tungkol sa ating buhay at pananampalataya. Kasama sina Cardinal Luis Antonio Tagle ng Manila, Father J. Boy Gonzales at Father Nono Alfonso ng Kapisanan ni Jesus, Father Cali Llamado ng Manila Cathedral, at Binibining Risa Singson Kaupeng ng Light of Jesus Community dito sa Kapit Pandasal sa Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay Atenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugo, todo sa kayod, punong at tulong. Lipad na Blue Eagle, galing hiding at tigil, blue and white, one big fight. Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If it's entertainment you crave,
Catch us on New Wave.
surfing through to the latest on our shores.
Every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m.
See you there.
You guys hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, good. Thanks. Hi, Miss Trina.
Hello.
Hello.
So the hosts are Maxine and
I'm Austin.
ayun. Hi!
Alright, we're live. Hello everyone. Good afternoon. It's your midweek gang who's always ready to hang, coming at you live through Radio-Katipunan 87.9 FM via Zoom. I'm Max.
And I'm Austin.
And this is New Wave. So, before we get to the features of today, Austin, do you ever get the urge to have a midnight snack? I know it's unhealthy, but I always find myself looking for stuff to munch on in the middle of the night.
I know what you mean. You know, like when I'm doing a lot of homework or maybe I'm watching stuff at night just to get me to sleep, I feel that ache in my stomach that I really need something to eat or munch on.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And our good friend here has the solution to that. So, the Full Spread Manila is a small, local, Instagram-based food enterprise started by Marty Sullivan and his mom, Wendy, during the lockdown. So, this business offers a range of sandwich spreads, dips, and salsas. And here to tell us more about it is the founder, Marty himself. So, Marty, turn on your cam and unmute.
Woo!
Fun fact, while he's turning on his camera, he was actually my first co-host in an old show.
Ooh, what
So
show
this
was
is
that
very-
called?
This is very blast from the past. Anyway, Marty, are you there?
Hi guys, afternoon.
Hey,
Hi,
Marty.
good afternoon. So, tell us about the Full Spread and how you got your idea for it.
Right, so the full spread, we got our idea from it. Just one day, my mom was making sandwich spreads using a family recipe, something that we've always enjoyed eating ever since my grandma started making it for her kids, my mom,
Oh.
and for her grandkids, me. And we felt like sending a sandwich over to her during quarantine because recently she's been craving a sandwich. And so we sent her a chicken spread and we had leftovers. So we sent it to some of our friends and family and they said they liked it. So that gave us the idea to start our own IG business, as many have during quarantine.
That's pretty cool. And it's nice to hear that it's a family recipe pala.
It is. A lot
It
of
is.
these recipes were passed down from my grandma and grandpa. So, yeah.
So, aside from the chicken spread, which we heard about, what other great things can we expect from your menu?
Right. So we offer just a few flavors right now because we're relatively new. We just started. So we offer chicken spread, tuna spread, salsa picante, a canny slaw, which can function as a spread or a salad, whichever you like. We also offer an egg salad spread. And I think we're also going to be working on salads in the near future using some of our like chicken salad spreads.
That's going to be interesting. So, where can we find you? What are your socials? And of course, please drop them on the Facebook comment section once you're done.
Right. So you can find us and place an order through Instagram, which is at thefullspread.manila. I'll put it down in Instagram. And ordering is super easy. Just message us, fill out the forms. We're gonna send it to you. It's all done on Google Forms. And you should have your orders in every Saturday. Every Saturday is our delivery dates. And these spreads are made fresh. They're made on Fridays or Thursdays before we deliver them. So
you don't have anything to show us right now? Any of
Oh,
the
I do.
samples?
Well, I have the packaging because
All right.
Since we do all of our production on Thursdays and Fridays, I don't actually have like food with me right now, any of the spreads, but
Okay.
you can order in two sizes. The 500 milliliter tub, so it's quite a bit. I mean, my head for reference, and the 280 milliliter jars, which are really nice in terms of presentation. Hand for
The
reference.
packaging does look nice.
Yeah, so you can definitely order from us whenever you guys are craving a good sandwich filled with either chicken or canny slaw, egg salad, or if you feel like having salsa picante on the side with any of your food.
For sure. So let's say I'm a first-time customer, which I will be. What should I start with? What should my first order
Lovely.
be?
Let's see. I would definitely recommend you try our canny slaw.
Canny slaw. All right.
It's definitely one of our best sellers. Last week we had someone order 12 tubs, 12 of these big tubs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So would
And,
you say that's like your what would you say is your healthiest dip?
let's see. I think our healthiest has got to be the salsa, simply because it's tomatoes, onions, nothing too fatty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the lightest out of all of them.
It's kind of cool that you guys you have a lot of range, so you can appeal to a lot of different people. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Our tagline, we just thought of this yesterday or 2 days ago. We just want to spread the love.
That's very
Smart.
that's
Very
nice to
witty.
hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it actually sounds really, really good. And I really want to thank you, Marty, for sharing your amazing products with us, guys. If you want to help support Marty and his mom, be sure by checking out their Instagram page and just fill out all the necessary information so you can get those amazing kani dips or that salsa. Yeah, thank you, Marty. That sounds really good.
Thank you. Yeah, just
Thanks for
order.
coming, Marty. Yeah,
Of
for
course,
sure.
of
For
course.
sure.
Have a nice day, guys.
You too. Thanks for coming back.
Thanks.
All right. So here we are. It's time to introduce our guests. I've been looking forward to this all week. So, joining us today are two of the most sought after, well respected, and award winning songwriters in the Philippines. Both of them have written timeless hits for the biggest names in the industry that have definitely livened up our homes.
So first up, she's a multi-award-winning songwriter, both locally and internationally. A fellow Atenean known for her song Tell the World of His Love, which became the theme song of 1995 World Youth Day. She's since written hit after hit, like You've Made Me Stronger and Shine, just to name a few. So without further ado, let's give a warm round of applause to Miss Trina Belamide.
Hey
Hi,
there.
Tita Trina. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. It's so nice to be on this show. Ako din, I've been looking forward to this. Medyo home ground.
Yes. Thank
It's
you
great
for
to have you on the
coming.
show. Yeah.
So also,
Sure.
he's in the waiting room. So James, if you're here, please let him in already. Through the years,
Kumakatok na siya.
yes, through the years, he's been the recipient of multiple Awit Awards and has placed and won prestigious contests such as Philpop and Himig Handog multiple times over. He's also behind the hits Sayawe and Hataw Na of Gary V. And newer, Played Everywhere, I See It on Netflix, Nasayo na ang lahat. Super senior in the industry and in skill, but definitely not in age. One of my dad's best friends and my ninong, Mr. Jungee Marcelo.
Yay.
Clap, but we are still waiting.
But he's still waiting to be let in.
Yes. So,
That's okay. I guess
yes.
we can chika already.
Yes. So, Tita Trina, how are you and what have you been up to recently?
Oh, well, you know what? Like everyone else under lockdown since the pandemic, I've been trying to find new ways to put my music out there. So my new thing now is my YouTube channel. It's not a new thing, but I'm kind of, I'm determined to try to beef it up. And, it's still a small channel, compared to many other channels. I have like about 15,000 subscribers, which is a long way from what I want it to be. But slowly but surely, I'm excited about it because it's great to have a platform, to just upload my songs and share. As you know nga, and as you mentioned, I've been writing since the 90s. So
Yes.
I have a lot in my baul. We have a lot of material to share. And so I'm happy that there is YouTube now. We didn't have this years ago. So now I have a platform to not just share my songs, but eventually share tips. Parang kami ni Jungee, through the years, parang naging, in a way, hindi naman partnership, pero madalas kaming magkasabay and, magka-vibes kami. So we're
Super.
often asked to do like workshops and talks and this and that. So the YouTube channel is a good place to also share tips on songwriting or share everything we've learned. So it's a good way to give back. So yeah, YouTube is it.
Yes, I agree. I actually saw some of your videos last night, but for the benefit of the audience, what type of content should we be expecting to see within the next few months?
Oh, well, more of I've been trying to upload twice a week because they say, the more often you upload, it helps with the algorithm and hopefully you get more subs, ganyan. So, but it's hard work, huh? So for
Yes,
now,
for
I'm
sure.
sticking to like lyric videos of my compositions, which I have fun editing them myself. I don't think they're excellent lyric videos, but for the meantime, just for the heck of it, I enjoy it. Parang, love your own, love your own songs, and do some minimal video editing and upload, and so it's fun for me. I'm hoping at least the audience likes a little bit what I share. But yeah, in the months to come, I'm also releasing. Well, it's out na naman eh. And I guess I'll grab this opportunity to promote.
Yay.
Um, it's Shine. The song Shine. I wrote it exactly 25 years ago. So since it's the 25th year, there is a 25th anniversary version that's coming out, and Morissette is the singer. So we are releasing that single this Friday. So abangan nyo. So I'll be releasing like my own sort of, simple lyric video on my channel, but you will be seeing more, better better prepared videos. Kasi syempre, ibang level pag ABS-CBN, di ba? It's a collaboration with them. So I'm excited about that. So I hope they'll subscribe to my channel. It's just search Trina Belamide and subscribe. There you
Yeah,
go.
actually, I really found it cool that you're doing all the editing yourself. I actually did check out a few videos, and it was really cool. Like I thought like maybe you had someone do it for you. So it's nice that you have like all these different talents.
Thank
Yeah,
you. It means a lot.
yeah,
It
and
means a lot to me.
yeah, thank you. I also saw that on the 25th anniversary of your hit song "Shine," I really saw like there's so many changes in the song that you made. Like first it was sung by Ima Castro, and then Sweet Plantado, and then of course there's the commercial version by Regine Velasquez. And
Regina's who made it a hit, right?
yes, and she also and there's also even like you said Morissette Amon's version and your Ateneo Chamber of Singers version.
Yes, we've been singing it too.
Yeah, and I really like found it cool that there's like many different versions. How did you like keep that spark of the of the original song, but still have the ability to change certain elements without really losing the magic?
Right. Well, I think fortunately the song is, if I may say so myself, it's good. So there's not much I have to do, no? Parang all the there's no changes actually. The Ima Castro and Sweet version, which is the festival version when it won in back in 1996, not much has actually been changed from that. The Regine version only changed a couple of words, and it was really for the purpose of the commercial
Mhm.
for Skin White. They wanted, they were more comfortable with a couple of words. I'm like, okay, fine. And then, but the arrangement, the overall feel has been the same. The melody's the same. And then whenever we sing it with ACS, it's pretty much the same. It's just made into like an a cappella or a piano and vocal version. But the song itself has remained the same. So there's no changes. I guess, and Maury has been singing it for her concerts. Ganun din, it's just the instrumentation perhaps that changes, just her stylizing perhaps. But the song itself, yeah, it hasn't been changed much. It's been it's been revived time and again. I guess because people really like the song, and I'm just really grateful for that. And so hopefully this version also for the what I realized kasi another reason why I wanted this new version. I'm just blabbing on, no?
No,
Just tell me stop if Junji's there.
no, of course,
But
like we can hear
yeah.
your stories forever.
Yeah. So I know one of the main things that made me want a new version of it is because I realized the Regine Velasquez version had a couple of words changed. And sabi ko, through the years, and because, alam mo yun, yung because of internet and there's misprints and here and there, people have been singing the wrong lyric. Like, there's like a wrong version, the karaoke version. Mali-mali yung lyrics. So parang, oh my God. So
Was
as a
that the
songwriter,
Shine, the commercial version, or that's what they were singing?
yeah, well, aside from the words that had to be changed, like the bridge, I mean, the bridge, the real lyric is cutting through the night, and people have been singing coming through the night, which is wrong, and it gets to me. So,
I
as
mean,
a songwriter,
understandable. You did write the
'di ba?
song, right?
Parang kasi that's not what I wrote. It's a totally different thing because I'm like
Mhm.
ray of light, like laser cutting through the night. It's not coming through the night. So small things like that, they matter to songwriters. No, you'll hear the same thing from fellow songwriters. Some are really sticklers for the lyrics or the melody sometimes. But so I'm like, I want the new version that will bring back the way the lyric the way I wrote it in 1996. So I asked Jonathan Manalo, who's a good friend of mine. So ko, ano kaya? Parang what's a good thing to do? And I could have also released, an independent version with a singer who's not signed to a label or something like that. But tama rin si Jonathan, sabi niya, if you want to make an impact, it better be like a big singer. And no brainer, Morissette has been singing the song already, and she's fantastic. She's fantastic. So sabi ko, okay, let's do something with Maury. So that's coming out on Friday.
Be
And
sure to check it out, guys.
That's very
yes.
exciting. We'll remind the audience later. And now here, I'm going to repeat the last part of my intro because we finally got through the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So joining us also today, as I said earlier, is Senor in the industry and in skill, but definitely not in age. One of my dad's best friends and my ninong, Jungee Marcelo. Hi, Tito Jungee. We're so sorry for the technical difficulties, but thank you for patiently waiting.
Okay.
Thank
I was
you.
thinking na maybe hindi ako kasali dito. I mean,
Really?
Well,
so, but thank you. It happens, technical difficulties. But,
yeah, so thank you for being with us here today. Now, sentimental sharing. I remember early in my teen years, my dad and I were on your show, This Is My Story, This Is My Song. And I remember it being really fun. Like you were the host of that and you've hosted
Yep.
many programs since. So I just want to know, how do you keep your energy up and think of these creative ideas? And I guess since we're on this topic, disaster management, like how do you manage to keep a great show going?
well, first of all, we have since the very beginning, the design of the program was to be, warts and all, for them to see everything. Sometimes I even ask the crew to shoot, like off frame. I really want it like that. So in case you make a blooper, it would not look like a blooper. It would look like it's just all part of the whole thing. So we were allowed to make mistakes. That's why it was so relaxed. It felt good. And most of the people we interview, I mean, Trina was one of the first ones. Technically, she was actually the first one I interviewed because it felt comfortable, in inviting people that you're comfortable with. I mean, to invite somebody who I really don't know would have been a disaster because, but to get Trina, the first guest ever, technically, it just felt like, being in a cafe or in her place or in one of the, small rooms. And then we talk about it. So it gives you more, space to move. It's just not so me, and Trina knows this. It's not me to actually be so formal and just take it like a newscaster would, and and remember, Trina, there was a teleprompter, and I
Was
was
there?
well, I was improvising because I couldn't keep up with the teleprompter. I was going the entire time.
That's a
So
skill.
yeah. So I told the executive producer if we can just put bullet points so I can just
Yes.
improvise, because
Oh,
I
yeah,
improvise
that's
better.
right.
Yeah, I improvise
Yeah.
better. So that's what you can do. Try to be yourself and try to improvise as much as you can, because dead air will happen. Dead air will happen, and I've seen that in of all programs, newscasts. I see
Yes.
Oh
dead
my
air like
gosh.
noonie. But if you get somebody like, say, Vicky Morales, and you watch her do broadcast, she knows how to extend, how to to stretch. You don't even feel like there's something wrong happening. Or Rico Hison, he handles his program really well,
Professionals.
very professional. I don't think of myself as a professional, but I just think of myself as somebody who was given the privilege to design the program according to my personality. So
Sir, I bet you're
Oh,
being
but
modest
Jungee has gotten
naman.
so good through the years. He
yeah,
really has.
yeah.
But
Mhm.
yes. Oh yeah, sir. I was just also saying that like it's kind of cool that Maxine was actually appeared on your show, and now that she's actually co-hosting her own show.
Yes,
Yeah,
full circle indeed.
full
Yeah.
circle.
Really.
Very.
I'm actually so proud of her. I've seen her even
Oh.
before she was even an idea, way before, because Gino was a good friend, best friend. I call him best friend, and Gino
Hi,
finding,
Gino. Di pa
Gino
natin
finding.
binabati si
Oh
Gino.
yeah, hello Gino, best friend, and Gino finding Faye, the love of his life.
Yeah.
We were there. We were there even before Faye. So it was a long but fun relationship with Gino, and then finally, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but Nipity was born.
Oh no, here
So
it comes.
no,
Oh,
okay,
sir,
bleep.
what is that?
It's all right.
Yeah, yeah, we have this, names we give kids. So, and she was born, and we were so delighted, and then we were wishing that she'd be like Gino, musical, but then she turned out more than more than we expected. She was all bubbly, very intelligent, lots of
Tinalo
ideas.
ang tatay.
Tinalo
Di
talaga,
naman.
tinalo. And to my surprise, she was winning competitions, and it was the toughest when I had to be a judge of a competition, and she was there.
Yeah, you were even
Yeah,
my mentor.
I was, yeah. So I tried not to be partial, but can you imagine that? It's so beautiful to see.
Yeah, it must have been a nice experience. I mean, mentoring your goddaughter in
Oh
a
yeah,
competition. Yeah,
definitely, and seeing her bloom where she's planted, amazing, amazing. So happy for her.
it's
Yeah.
great.
Aw.
And of course, thank you for inviting us here at Radyo Katipunan. Medyo it makes us, the Tito-ness is maybe a bit
Yeah.
down to the, hey, millennial level, Gen Z, represent.
No, it's honestly a real pleasure to have you guys on the show. It's amazing. Like you guys have so many stories to tell.
Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like I feel like you guys have been in the business for a long time with all the stories you even tell about Maxine's dad. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. One of the top arrangers and producers in the land. Of course, I'm just stressing the more obvious ones, but he's also a really good songwriter. So let us not forget that
Yes.
part. Jingle writer also. So he knows a lot. He also dances well, but he just won't, reveal it to the world. Maxine knows that.
Daddy, that's your cue daw to start a TikTok. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Guys, put in the comments if you want Tito Gino to start a TikTok.
Yeah. While cooking steak.
While cooking. That's his selling point. All right, so we've been talking about like how long you've been in the music industry. So we just want to know, what would you say is the reason for having longevity in a business like the music industry that's very unpredictable and competitive?
Trina can
Wow.
answer that, and I think we have the same answer. So go.
I love to do it
Yeah,
because
exactly.
there's nothing else. What else is there
Exactly.
for us to do? We can't imagine ourselves doing anything else. We have the best job in the world. It's the
Hmm.
best job. Everybody says that, right? But
Hmm.
but for me or for us, it's the best because and I've kind of thought about this because really we give something of ourselves to people. We get to express ourselves, and yet, yeah, I mean, it's different from like a painting, right? If you do a painting and somebody buys it, that painting now is located somewhere else. Kami, when we write a song, it goes into the hearts and minds of everybody. So everybody has it. So and yet it's not taken away from us. So
Hmm.
tuloy-tuloy, di ba? Parang it's a great, and then we can do it from anywhere, literally. So the pandemic has further brought out that point that we can work from home, which we've been actually doing since forever. So,
Hmm.
palagay ko hindi kami nahirapan mag-adjust during the pandemic kasi pareho lang yung ginagawa namin. Di
Pretty
ba?
much.
Parang, di ba? So, we actually flourished, well, of course, aside from the fact that, jobs as a whole nag-decline and everything, we acknowledge that. But in terms of what we are able to do, for many of us, actually, the pandemic has brought out creativity even more and more opportunities for us to put our music online. So it's the best job in the world.
Hmm.
So we're really happy that we are doing what we do.
Yes, I couldn't agree
Di ba,
more.
Jungee?
We didn't have any choice actually. Music chose us.
Oh.
Yes,
I
yes,
tried
I
working
agree.
for a number of years for corporate, and I developed hives. Can you imagine that, hives?
Really?
Yeah, hives. So the doctor couldn't even tell, what's wrong with you. So different
Wow, that's
tests,
stress.
allergy tests and everything, only for him to eventually come to the conclusion you're stressed. You
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
there's
no.
I
nothing to
worked
it.
for a short while for a small ad agency, and I was literally sleeping on the job.
Different effect on you. I get
Sabi
hives,
like,
you
this is
sleep.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
No, like,
think
nah,
you
this
worked
is
at
not.
an ad agency, right?
Yeah,
Or
this
is
is
there? Yeah,
small ad agency in Quezon City. So,
yeah.
pero literally natutulog ako sa desk ko, ganon.
Can you imagine
Tapos,
me?
so hindi ako nagtagal.
Ako not related at all to music. It's just all corporate and just, suit and tie, attache case.
Wow.
I have the pull back hair,
The
and
gelled back hair.
yeah, and they thought I was Japanese because my name is Jungee. You know, because I had those John Lennon eyeglasses, so I really look like Japanese.
Oo nga,
And,
no?
yeah, so imagine, pull back hair and Junji is the name. I worked
Gosh.
there for a number of years actually, because the
Wow.
goal was to follow the father's advice to just go corporate, and I gave in. Kids, follow your parents. So I follow, I obey, not follow, just obey. You don't have to follow everything. Yeah, just obeyed, and then after several years, I said, "Dad, I'm done. So can I do what I really want to do?" Said, "Okay, you paid your dues." So I went for it. I didn't know that I was gonna make a career out of it. And
We're
now,
very lucky that
yeah,
we both had supportive parents, no?
yes,
I mean,
Yes,
your
definitely,
parents,
for
my
sure.
mm,
parents
yeah,
supported
and
us.
it's not easy to make it in this industry because you need to be, we're artists, so it's difficult to get you to get ridiculed or to very harsh criticisms, but that's part of our job. We audition every time, every time we have to submit
Yeah.
something, regardless of this singer or whoever is just beginning in the industry, and we've been here for decades, but we still audition, and that's the best part actually, because it humbles us. It brings us to that level that we should be good, and we can't be lax about our discipline in songwriting. And that's the best parts of the job. You never get old. It's I might just this is just I just for you I put gray on my
It's a
hair, but
fashion
it's
statement.
a fashion statement. It's called ash.
Yes, it's called
Yeah,
ash. It's one
ash.
of the
There you
trends
go.
nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah. I have a very silver fox look.
there you go. Come on.
There you go.
There you
Hey,
go.
that's my new term.
Yeah.
That's my new pseudonym, when I use it. DJ Silver Fox.
It's a good pseudonym.
We'll be watching out for that.
Yeah.
So we know that throughout your careers, you've both joined and won multiple contests for songwriting. So Tita Trina, you first. When the Philippines hosted World Youth Day, you entered the songwriting contest for their theme song and you won. And it was here that we got Tell the World of His Love, which is still sung in masses and events to this day. So being so young and still new to the industry, what was your process for writing this? And can you tell us a bit more about your experience?
Oh my gosh.
Were you
That's
still
a
an
long
ad?
story, but I'll try to keep it short. No.
All right.
Well, for that experience, from a songwriter's perspective, I approached it from a very technical. It was a very technical thing for me. So it's funny because a lot of people, because let's tell the world of this love, people have this sort of almost romantic notion that baka naman, it's like divine inspiration where there's a light shining on me. No, it was, I had already written some songs professionally by that time. So my approach, and Jungee and I have a very similar songwriting approach, for contests too. So because it was a theme song writing contest, since there was a theme, I had to focus on that. So I came up with a title first that I thought captured the entire theme, and then from there I proceeded to write the lyrics of the verses and the chorus first actually, and then the verses, and then I set it to music, and I used chords that I felt were would tug at the heart. And because I didn't actually know what World Youth Day was going to be, but I was guessing. I thought, maybe it'll be a big event where the Pope would be there, and maybe wala pang mga cellphone no, pero mga lighter, di ba? Parang feeling ko parang magaganyanan yung mga tao. So I said, okay, let's make it a ballad. So it was very, very deliberate, very calculated. So that's how I wrote it, and maybe a little bit of being a professional maybe helped, but it was a contest. Ultimately, there were about 85 entries, I think, and I was very reluctant to join because it's a gospel songwriting contest, and that wasn't my niche, or things about parang feeling ko I'm not worthy to write for God and stuff like that. But I think God works in strange ways. I said a prayer before writing the song, and sabi ko, okay, God, I'm joining this contest. Bahala ka na if you want to use me, and the rest is history. So that's how it came about. short version.
And she's been winning competitions since.
You both have.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
like you guys seem like both like heavyweights in this industry with a lot of titles under your belt. And I was wondering, Sir Jungee, if you could tell us some of your amazing achievements in this industry.
Oh, amazing. Actually, I have to agree with amazing because, I seeing, I mean, in front of me, I see the trophies, and, I see 3 cabinets worth of trophies, which my wife designed for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sana backdrop mo
Hi,
yung
Tita
trophy.
Ana.
Oh, nga eh, kaya lang, we will eventually see. You heard her say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but amazing how God made this possible. It is very impossible for me to think that I could make it, because I was a young songwriter at age. I became a professional songwriter at 15, gospel songwriter. But then I've been seeing competitions, and I always wanted to join, but I would join, but I would always fail. So that's very important to note, that it's important to fail. You know why? Because it
You
will
have
make
more
you stronger.
failures.
Actually, I have more, but the ones that are highlighted are the wins. So that's the
Yes.
good part of it. They won't see you won't get an award for losing. Just
Right.
so join, and eventually after a decade, I made it in one competition, the Metro Pop Song Festival, but it's a 1980 something festival, and then People Power happened. So hindi natuloy. Everybody was rejoicing. I was the only one. Not rejoicing. I had my singers down, the talks, and then it's we're about to set and record it, and then it happened. But
Oh,
after that, no competitions kasi nga, may people power and everything. But then came other competitions. Then I kept on joining the small ones, the jingle writing competitions and the Katipunan songwriting competition, getting bigger and bigger, winning second, third, and then eventually Metropop had a revival. The Metropop, the new age, the new volume, the new edition. Yeah, edition. Trina actually won second prize on the very first the reintroduced
the
Metropop.
comeback or yeah, revival or something.
1996, yeah, 1996. She won second place. I didn't make it in the finals, so I was like, what is wrong? I haven't been winning, But we stood at the same stage that Trina got her award. Araneta, I remember, with Doji Simon, another really good songwriter, a good friend of mine, one of my best friends also. I stood right there on stage, and he was also imagining, and then we bumped to each other. Then we said, by God's grace, this time next year we'll be standing on this stage. So we prayed. Following year, I won grand prize. He won second.
And that's exactly what happened. Both of them were winners.
Yeah.
Diba?
So that was the beginning of winning bigger competitions. And since then, Mel Biliano was kidding me. You should put in your occupation a competition grand prize winner. So I've been joining competitions since
Contestero.
then. Yeah, contesero.
Yeah.
So sali. And then Phil Pop came, Himig Handog came. I've always wanted competitions, mainly because it what you call that, it recalibrates me, reboots me, because what I do every day, pretty much jingles, and you adhere to specific requests of clients, and then every now and then you get to write a song for an artist. But in competitions, you can be yourself. You can write a song and they will choose the singer for you. This time you're in control. So that's why I love competitions. And I always credit it to our good Lord, because He's the only one who could make it happen. I've always said it.
course.
You may have the skill, but no opportunity, it won't happen. You may have the opportunity, but no skill, it will not happen. But both together at one point in time, the opportunity and the skill, I call it OS. I like an OS.
OS.
Yeah. So if you have opportunity and skill together, only God could make that happen. So I was blessed enough to be given the right time and the right skill for the much needed prizes. Of course, I've been joining even if I don't feel like joining and I don't make it. So if your heart is not in it, don't join.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
you really want to push hard, so I remember Trina spending thousands of pesos for an yeah.
Gustong manalo, ganon. Yeah,
We call it
yeah.
gustong manalo. Yeah.
Meron kaming joke na when we hear a certain song and it's just so good, and you can, as professional songwriters, we know, like, we can tell which touches are very deliberate and calculated. Are like,
Yes.
wow, gustong manalo.
Yeah.
We can tell. So, but yeah, when you join a competition, you're in it to win it, right? You don't
Yes.
Right.
join to like, let's just see. Syempre, you put your best effort in
Yeah.
because you
Of course.
want to go all the way. So it's fun. But at the same time, yeah, you need to prepare yourself
Prep.
for the likelihood of failure, because sa totoo lang, mas maraming chances
Yeah.
of failure. And
Yeah.
even us, mas marami yung times na nag-fail kami in terms of like, not just contests, but pitching for artists or for products. People probably, of course, only see what we promote, di ba? Parang,
Yes.
we did this and we did that. But hindi nyo alam, yung siguro yung 80% nun, 20% yung
Wale.
success, 80% wale. Ganon.
Wale. Yeah, but then again, hindi naman napapublicize yung talo. So, okay lang.
That's
So,
true.
correct. But it's a
That's
numbers
very
game.
true.
Siyempre, try ka lang ng try. And then,
Mm-mm.
but if you love what you're doing, I guess, di ba, that's what drives us. So,
Yes. Mhm.
saya.
Yes.
Takes
Such
a
an
lot of perseverance also.
It is. And it's such an inspiring story about how you guys, like, given all your achievements, you still talk about how much you guys have failed, and like there's a lot of that. And because it is a tough business, I was wondering, how do you guys cope with it, or what do you guys do when you guys face such overwhelming rejection?
I eat. No. No, Trina,
We
you first.
go
Trina.
out. We go out with friends and cry. It's like, yeah, we bitch about it. No, I'm kidding. To friends. No, I'm sure we all have we all experience that. But I don't know. We just kind of soldier on because it's part of. We already know. In fact, it surprises us more. Mas nagugulat kami pag natatanggap yung work namin, and like, yeah, yes, it's
Yes,
always
yes.
surprising, diba? It's because nga the rejections and the failures come more often than the wins.
Mhm.
But because we love what we do, tama nga yung sinasabi, like, the worst that can happen is you have a song. That's
Yes.
the worst. Diba? You come out of if you join a contest and you write a new song, the worst is if you lose or nothing happens, you have a new song that
That's
you're
true.
you're actually happy with, that you're proud of, and it will find its place, and it can be years later. Maraming nangyayari ngayon na ganyan, na
Mhm.
you write a song, years before, and then nothing happens, and then years later dun pa lang siya madidiscover ng audience, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Like sina Thyro and Yumi are friends. They wrote a song called, ano ba 'yun? Kiss ba 'yun? Basta
Oo.
10 years ago.
Never
Sobrang
let me
luma
go.
ng song. But now it's like this biggest TikTok hit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Apparently,
really?
Yeah.
10 years old na yung song. So sila gulat na gulat sila, parang what?
Oo.
So, there's divine timings, I guess you can call it.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
uh,
May mga
yeah.
ganon. Ako rin, I deviate because there's the other thing that I love doing. Trina knows this. I love dancing. So
Yes.
yeah. So I
And you're
coach.
great at it.
He's a choreographer. He's great.
Yeah. So I coach the national team on the side. So
Yan.
deviated yung aking So I do that, and nawala na yung isip ko dun sa frustration dun sa music. So but it's not like I decide to do this because no, it's intertwined, like in the morning I do dance and then I go back to music, Iba yan. And I also was given the privilege to host. So God has a way of, parang inaaliw ka niya, para to deviate you from that. But in the
And I guess it helps.
emptiness.
We have other talents. Jungee has dancing and hosting. Parang not to sound but in a way, ang dami naming skills. So we also say this to other
For sure.
people, parang or other songwriters. It helps if you have more than one skill. The
Yeah.
more skills you have, they come into play. I mean, even in songwriting, Jungee also arranges, he mixes. Me, I do some vocal arrangements. I'm a member of a couple of choirs also. So very diverse. I think it helps also in, I don't know, in the colors that we put out in our songwriting.
Yeah.
Si
Of
Jungee, it
course.
makes more sense to him. Kaya ang dami niyang puro mga up-tempo,
Dance
R&B,
songs.
hip-hop. It's right up his alley because he is also a dancer.
Yeah.
My background has been choral singing, vocal harmony. So that's what I enjoy. So, ayun. And then my influences kick in. So it's more of like ballads and, anthems and stuff like that. So I think our varied interests help also in our
There you go.
songwriting. It shapes our
Yeah.
songwriting styles. So
It's really
yun.
fun. I remember there's this dance crew from Poveda in Sende. They were supposed to compete in Florida, but technically, because it's like 1 week away or 2 weeks away, they couldn't get the copyright for the songs they're
The
using.
song.
Foreign copyrights. This is the oddest job order I ever got. They needed help for me to go to Phil's Cap. So I asked, but that time Camille to help, but couldn't make it in time. So he said, "Sir, really," but the coaches were my inaanak in Kasal. So
Yes.
I love them, Von and Jungee. So I said, I really would love to help. What do you want me to do? Can you make original music? I said, but your choreography's been done already. We'll give you the video. You mean to say you want me to write
Oh my
brand new music?
gosh.
So
Wow.
imagine there were 8 or 9 songs in the mix. You know how dance crews are. They
Yes.
have mixes, they have Justin Bieber and all those different songs, Ariana. So I had to watch the video and to a T, to the last millisecond, to boom, boom, boom,
OMG.
boom, like boom, telling everything has to click. So the entire Holy Week, I was in penitence.
So nag-score ka. Nag-scoring ka
Wow.
ng
Or-
sayaw,
and
ganon.
but the icing on the cake is Philippines won the gold medal. Yeah,
There you go.
Ooh, that's
gold
good.
medal.
Can't
But
imagine the stress.
imagine the stress. But I
Mm.
love the kids. I love mentoring them. But this is where you really have to prove to them how much dedication you can, devote to the cause, for the cause. So we hope that we would win, but we won. So the parents also were very happy. So these things happen because it makes life uh, fun and interesting. So I also get to do things like Trey and I acted in the only movie we've ever been
We have a
featured.
movie.
Really?
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
Where we
it was
played ourselves.
ourselves. It was the
Mm.
toughest acting ever.
Of course, because the hardest people to understand is yourself, right?
Yes.
It's so
Yeah, yeah. But that
yeah,
was
but
like
it's
trippy.
nerve wracking. Imagine.
sure.
Yeah, that was so much fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
just
tell
you
you.
can
Movie
search it.
was
It's
that?
on Netflix,
Yes,
right?
Oh, okay.
it is.
The
What's
breakup
this?
playlist.
The breakup playlist. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
definitely look
Yes.
this up later.
Sarah G
Nice.
Starring
and
Gonna
Papa
check it
Cholo.
P
out.
and Sarah.
Yes. I,
Wow.
I I really studied my line. Next.
Yeah,
That was my
just
line. That was
an
my line.
anecdote. When we were there, we thought that all we would do, and we were happy to do this. We were just going to be extras, like, oh, in the background, just whatever, like looking like we're judging and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Just we were happy with that. Parang okay, extra tayo. Papa P, tapos Sarah G, ganyan. Okay na
Papa
yun.
P.
Papa P. See, and then the PA suddenly hands each of us like a line. Like siguro
Oh no.
3 sentences each, mga ganyan. Alam mo, kinabahan na kami. Parang, may talkies kami. And then, you know what? All the chit-chat that we were doing, biglang nawala. Lahat kami nag-aaral lang sa line namin. Mga 3 sentences lang yun. Memorize kami ng memorize. Ganyan. And it was just funny
Grabe.
because sabi namin, ang hirap pala maging artista.
Ang hirap.
But
Do you know
yeah,
what
so
was
check it out.
commendable was? Remember, Papa P call it fellowship. He was having fellowship
Okay.
with us, was jamming with us. Yung pala, only to realize, now I realize na he was making research. He was studying how we would move and how it would, because when
Really?
it came to the actual,
Oh.
yeah, he was looking at us. He was observing the entire time. Yeah, he was observing.
Really?
Yeah, so I only realized. I asked Jonathan, yes,
Ah.
sabi niya, yes, Kuya, I think that's what he was doing. That's why he was, he came out of his room and then he mingled with us. Yeah, so
Wow.
How do songwriters look and
Yeah. Maybe,
Studying.
he said, you have to be crazy to be, so. maybe-
All
but
right,
he was
so
really cool.
yeah.
Anyway.
Andrea, that was funny. But anyway, I didn't know that. And that's so interesting. So for the audience, if you guys want to watch it along with us, it's the breakup playlist on
Yes.
Netflix.
Mhm.
Yeah,
on
all
Netflix.
right.
You should
Our
Yeah.
check it
15 minutes
out.
of fame.
So proud. 45
Alright.
seconds.
Yeah. And thanks to that, if you search IMDb, may record na
Oh,
kami.
you have
yeah.
acting credits now because
We
of
have
that.
acting credit. Can you imagine?
Ah.
Not
Is
in
that gonna
our
be a
wildest
first of many?
Oh.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I guess that was
We'll see
it.
about that.
Well, like we said, life is unpredictable. And now I
Yep.
see a comment here from my dad saying, Trina has a modeling career on the side.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I think now's the perfect time to talk about that. What's
Oh,
this?
yes, I'm a model.
Model.
I'm a model. It was because pandemic model. No, because but it's
Quarantine
like a dream
model.
come true for me because last year during the pandemic, well, I became inspirational to Bio, and it's such a big brand. I mean, I thought like it was cool enough. I mean, in my mind, if I had to endorse any product at all, like a clothing line, kahit ano pa yan, oo-ohang ko, parang feeling ko, it's just
Mhm.
a cool thing to like really get me as a clothing line endorser of any brand, diba? Parang, but it was Bio pa that said na, we thought that your stint with Bayanihan Musikahan, which we were able to raise a significant amount of funds, like to the tune of 123 million pesos. But it was like a joint effort naman talaga, no? But it was spectacular, and so they contacted me and can we get you for this campaign? It was like it wasn't like a huge campaign originally, like three women, like a yoga teacher and somebody and me. I'm like, sure, so long story short, the art director is also a friend of mine. So actually, I think she had long wanted to introduce me also to Bayo. I think she felt strongly that I would fit very well with the brand, but there was just no opportunity for that to happen. And then this time, like, okay, this is it. So she introduced me to the owners, and they were so happy because we got along very well. And yeah, so they styled me, and pero sariling sikap din ako yung nag-makeup kasi dito lang sa bahay yon, no? Parang
See?
There was at one point I tried to photograph myself. The pictures didn't turn out so well, but buti na lang by that time we went into like GCQ. So my friend Kat, who is the art director, and she's also a photographer, and the owners wanted to meet me also. Like, okay, you know what? Just come over. Let's have lunch. Let's have merienda. So we did the shoot here, and she took the pictures. So magaganda, and the art directed. And I'm like, I'm so excited to share this with everybody. Di ba? Parang sabi ko, oh my God, they won't believe this. So when it came out, sabi ng mga friends ko, parang, grabe, pasabog mo, talagang bayo.
Taray.
Bayo model. And it's great kasi parang, even my friends and everybody saw na parang, oo nga, pwede, bagay sa'yo, gano'n. So it was like a great adventure.
Yeah.
So and I've kept the friendship with the owners. They're wonderful people, and I do believe in the brand. So who knows? Maybe later on we'll still do something else. But yeah, it was such a blessing. Such a blessing.
Galing.
For
I would have been
sure.
happy endorsing PPE, like
Who knows? Maybe they'll hear
All
you.
covered
Maybe
up.
they'll hear this.
Yeah. Pero mata lang yung nakikita.
They have to see your hair. For sure, they have to see your hair.
yeah. George
Mga
Clooney.
oversized
Yes.
na mga PPE. Kahit anong size pa yan pwede.
Yes. Pero hindi
Maliwanag.
totoo. I tried one. It did not fit.
Talaga.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
now you can add model and makeup artist to your long list
yeah,
of
all
talents. And
around.
Tito Jungee, you'll be able to add PPE stylist. I believe
Yeah.
you'll make it fashionable. You'll make it
Yeah.
a thing.
I'll make it a thing,
Yes.
Dancing with
Well, you
your
guys have
PPE.
Yes, there you
Yes,
go.
may music video
Next
na yan
trend.
with
Yeah.
PPE.
All
Yeah.
right. So going back to songwriting for a
Songwriting.
bit.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. We enjoyed the
Ba tayo?
kwentuhan. But anyway, so I'm really curious about this as a songwriter. So apart from a deadline, when do you know a song is finished? Because I find in like most anything you do, you always want it to be perfect. So you revise, you revisit, you do it over and over again. So for you, when do you know like, okay, this is okay na, I'm done. I'm finished with this song.
Usually it's the deadline.
Yeah.
I must say, usually it's the deadline. But how do you know, no? Yeah, that's a good question because
Ang
you
gandang
keep
tanong.
going
actually.
back.
Thank you.
And parang, oo nga. Kasi mayat maya, you'll see something, I want to change this. I want to change this. I guess when you're tired. I don't know. Tama na, pwede na to. No, but you go over, for me, I would go over it many times, and then I would get a sense of, eto medyo luto na to. I would say maybe there'll be like a 97% okay na to. It's never 100%,
Mhm.
but there'll be a 97% point na parang, I think okay na to. I think okay na to. Especially kung marami na siyang revisions na dinaanan. Yeah, I've worked on some songs, especially kung gusto ko yung artist, tas parang, oh, this has to be perfect. So I'd do this, and then I'd change certain lines, and I'd shuffle and do this and that. And then if I find myself rethinking na parang, and then bumabalik na doon sa una kong ginawa, and then, hindi. tama na to. Kasi if I
Ayun.
start going back and then I realize, no, I changed that for this reason. Okay, I know I'm done because bumalik na eh. Tapos nag-vacillate na ako between decisions and then I made my decision. Okay, that's when I know, okay na to, okay na to.
Okay
I
na.
think that's, ikaw,
Mahirap yung
Jungee.
tanong eh.
Tito Jungee.
Pero me, I'll give an example na lang. I remember when Himigandog was announced. Himigandog sa ganyan. Love songs, ganyan. I so wanted to join kasi hindi pa ako nakakapasok sa Himigandog. Love songs. Nakapasok kami ni
Love
Trina
songs.
sa Bayani, sa Kabataan. Pero sa love songs, parang hindi pa. So I really wanted to join. Pero hindi ako kasi pugot songwriter eh. Yung paiiyakin ka. Yung hindi na kita kailangan. Pero kailangan. Yung gano'n. Hindi ako gano'n songwriter. I'm always upbeat. I write songs for my wife. So it's an inspiration. So my songs will be positive. Pero sabi ko, no, I'll hold on to a positive love song. Kahit hindi siya typical na manalo. So nag-iisip ako, naliligo ako, then biglang lumabas yung nasa'yo na ang lahat. Lumabas sa isip ko, nagsa-shampoo ako. So nagsa-shampoo ako. Labas ako talaga. I mean, birthday suit and all. So, sorry, I had to erase that. Hirap maalis yan. Tattooed na forever. Anyway, boom. Found my phone and recorded it. I was done. I was ready to... I felt like it was complete. It's one of those songs na kilala ko ni Trina. Very stickler ako for details. So hindi ko bibitawan. Pero ito sabi ko, no, I want the song to be talagang super fluid lang. Yung parang, yung even the rhyming. Kasi happy na ako sa minamahal kita, pagkat. So yung sa nag-rhyme, okay na yun. Hindi na ako stickler. Okay na, game. So tapos na, re-record ko na. Tapos biglang, parang hindi maayos na natatapos. So on the spot, while recording it, while finishing the arrangement, sabi ko, ano ba talaga uso ngayon? So I searched around and found out that merong mga vocal hooks na ginagamit ang mga bata, millennial songwriters. And specifically, and I would say this because I've said it before, napanood ko yung sige lang ni Quest. Sabi ko, mga pala ang mga uso ngayon, Malagyan nga. So nilagyan ko yung na nasa'yo na ang lahat. So yun lang ang dinagdag ko. Then I felt complete na siya. Because the goal was to lay back na feel. Pero kung seryoso kanta yan, like Salbabida, nare-record na namin yung demo, nagdadagdag pa ako ng kasi yun yung personality namin ni Trina, hindi kami bibitaw hanggang dulo. Pero pag feeling namin okay na, yung naintindihan ba ng mga bata yung OA? Anyway, yung overacting na, yung lagpas na. Sobra na. Oo. Very tito yung term, Anyway, so believe me, yung mga students ko sa Mint nga, sabi niya, sir, what does OA mean? Kasi kaya medyo ako no? Hindi nila alam. Anyway.
We know what OA means. But...
Oo nga, bakit nila alam? But grade 11 and 12 to, can you imagine? Grade 11 and 12.
Okay. That's why.
Anyway, so it felt complete at the moment, pero case-to-case basis. Depende kung ano yung gusto mo mangyari dun sa song. So, ganun yun.
Alright.
May mga kantang
pero madalas,
hindi mo pitawan.
Madalas deadline lang.
Or budget. Kung talagang ready na yung budget, tapos na yan, kahapon pa.
Yeah, but that's a great question. Parang
ganda actually. Makopya nga.
Alright. But Tito Jungee, you are very good at wordplay. Not just in Nasayo na ang lahat, but also in a lot of your songs. Like, it's something to watch out for whenever listening to your lyrics.
By the way, promote ko na rin the latest single that we just released it this month kasi our 24th anniversary namin ni Mrs. Wedding anniversary. And I wrote a song for her and eventually I got Thor to record it. And I got the legit status dance crew to dance in the music video. So the title of the song is 24. So I'm just so happy to share this. Thank you. Nag-wiki at nag-google ako. Ano yung mga 24? So, syempre, ang nasa isip ko, even before I googled, 24 hours, 24 karat. So, yun naman yung love namin, 24/7, 24. Nice. Ano pa ba? So I found, of course, Kobe 24. So it was there in the song, Kobe. Black Mamba and Lakers, binanggit yun. And then Greek alphabet, 24 letters. And then I found out yung film standard FPS is 24. So
Diba?
images 24, tesseract faces. Hindi ko na nga matanda kung anong tesseract ngayon, pero it's a it's a very technical analysis, and then
Right.
and also there are 24 faces in this particular diagram, so it's all in the lyrics.
Yan,
So
tips niyan
parang
sa songwriting.
yes.
Mag-word list ka, ganyan.
we'll
Pag
take
meron kang concept song na
Yeah.
nakaikot sa certain thing, ayan, sulat ka
Oo.
ng lahat ng
Yes.
mga kung ano-anong and then you draw from that.
Yes, and do not be confined sa existing words. I have concocted words just because I had to make it for rhyme, maybe make it rhyme, or it's just like pansamantagal. It came out because there's temporary lang daw, pero ang tagal-tagal, so pansamantagal. But my inspiration was one of my inspirations. Inspiration din niya ni Trina, si Hal David. Comes up with words na hindi existing, like what do you get when you fall in love? You kiss a girl and catch pneumonia, then after a week a day, she'll never phone ya. You imagine the rhyming scheme na yung pneumonia and never phone ya. I mean, hirap i-rhyme yung pneumonia di ba?
For sure.
Oo.
Yeah, but
Ang sarap na pag maganda yung rhyme, parang
Diba? So you can
may rhyme
concoct
na,
words.
meron pang meaning na
May meaning.
pasok na pasok. Yeah.
Yun, meron namang
Very
talagang
lyric-driven kaming writers.
Yes, very much. At pareho kami ni Trina na we start with the title.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so like
There's a number of us that do that.
Yung
Mm-mm.
You make me stronger, yan, yung mga ganun. Mali
And
pa
then
yata
sometimes
you
we
make me
work our way
stronger.
backwards from the concept. So,
Ay, naku,
Oh, yan.
sinabi mo yung
ay,
secret
sorry.
natin. Naku.
It's all right. We're learning. We'll take notes. I
Yeah.
see a lot of songwriter friends in the audience actually. So
Mhm.
we know your secrets now.
And we learn
I know
from
our
each other.
secret now.
I learned a lot
Yes,
from
for
Trina.
sure.
And
Yeah, we
also
consult with each other
Yeah.
quite often. Madalas yung ganyan, lalo na Tagalog is not my strong suit in songwriting. I have written songs in Tagalog, but every now and then I'll PM Jungee na, acceptable ba yung ganito, ganyan-ganyan? Sabi niya, hindi. Talaga, hindi.
Correcta.
Mali yan.
Kasi Bulacan ako. So talagang malalim yung Tagalog.
Oo. So,
Like
kung pasado
yung
kay
N-
Jungee,
It's good.
Pwede.
I will.
Like si Trina ngayon, stickler na for NANG tsaka NG. Yung nang at tsaka nang.
Yes! OMG!
Magkaiba
Sabi nila Jet
yun.
Baroma.
And it helps also to be married to a Bulaqueña. My wife also is mas malalim pa sa akin pag Tagalog. Pero ito, I have to mention this and very special sa akin to. Because we are musicians, we are songwriters, so we think in terms of being songwriters, no? But we need the masa feel whenever we need somebody na regular person to tell us kung achievable ba o naiintindihan ba yan. Kasi minsan gaganon kami, biglang, sarap, gaganon kami lahat. Sabi ni Ana, ano nangyari? Ba't ganun? So si Ana was very instrumental naman sa akin to give me a very solid feedback kung ano ang common person's perspective ng song. Kaya every time I would enter a song sa isang competition, anong dating sa'yo? Sabi niya, hindi ko maintindihan. Naguguluhan ako. Hindi niya ma-explain yon, pero you don't have to explain kasi sa songwriting kasi you don't have to explain eh. Dapat dun mismo
You shouldn't
maintindihan.
explain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, pag hindi na ako nag-explain, ibig sabihin, okay na. Naintindihan na to ng common person. 90% ng nakikinig ng kanta mo, hindi naman technically sa songwriting. So, yun, it brings me to that level na may intindihan. So, it helps also to ask somebody. I'm just blessed because I have somebody who's beside me all the time. But ask people, it's good to ask like colleagues. Also ask
Colleagues, yeah.
people who are, maybe a teacher, a professor, or a common person.
As long as they're not biased people. Don't ask
Wag
your
nanay nyo. Siguradong maganda yan. Ay, anak, ang galing-galing ng anak ko
Ang
talaga.
ganda.
Sorry,
Pero
mommy.
not my mother. My mother is
Oh,
also,
not your mom.
my mom is this, man, but I appreciate that she did that. Talagang, no, it's not good enough, anak. You have to do better. Because she's also a
Yeah.
composer and songwriter. So,
Oh.
yeah, so, boom! Kailangan,
Wow, so we got a bit of a songwriting class now.
Yeah,
I
oo.
for sure learned a lot. That was actually a bit of a throwback to our mentorship last year.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that actually brings me to Phil Pop Bootcamp, which is a much
Yeah.
awaited program, which for the audience, it provides Filipino songwriters opportunities to learn from the best and hone their talents in music. So this year, you're both among the coaches. So please tell us, how is it going to be this year, given that it's online? Like, are there any changes to the program or how both of you are going to carry out your coaching?
Well, honestly, it's gonna be the first time we're doing it this way.
Mhm.
So, medyo kami din, parang, okay, how's it gonna happen? So we are in the process of, also, naaliw nga kami kasi, the Philpop coaches have become sort of a barkada also, in a way. So it keeps us together also. So meron kaming mga meetings na parang, okay, what are we gonna do this year? How are we gonna do it? Ganyan. Tapos yung private ano namin parang, oh, ang faculty, parang kami parang, wow, faculty, parang teacher na
Faculty.
teacher na, tutuwa kami. Ganyan. So yeah, planning process. Um, I, I I don't know the details, but some of the teaching will have to be like, will be talagang videos na possibly pre-produced, and then we just do Q&A. So it's gonna be different. Kami din medyo nangangapa, honestly, but for sure the content will be pretty much what you would expect of Philpop kasi the goal for Philpop is, diba, it's really a songwriting contest, and now we're trying to expand, no? We started some years back. Masaya kasi dati, very Metro Manila centric lang, NCR. Ngayon, we have Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao. We're trying really to encourage everybody from all over the country to participate. So, yung family din ng Philpop lumalaki din. We have partners from different regions. Kasi syempre yung dialect, di ba, or yung languages hindi namin alam. So, we bring in more people. And then we're hoping to expand our reach, not just countrywide but worldwide. Diba? Inumpisahan na natin yan last year.
Yeah.
We've partnered with big labels who can hopefully push Filipino music out and, make it a global thing. So I hope a lot of people participate in our boot camp. Ganyan.
Yes.
Masaya to. It will be
Mhm.
the nice thing, if you could call it an advantage to virtual or online learning, is mas maraming pwedeng sumali at the same time, pati yung mentors na kukunin namin, makakakuha kami ng not the usual mentors, di ba? So,
Yes.
I'm sure meron kami, hindi pa namin ida-divulge kung sino-sino, but you can bet na, syempre, mas mga big names. We
Big
will
names.
definitely be having some
Yeah.
big names as
Yeah.
mentors.
I just got a text from Bruno Mars. Pinag-iisipan pa rin.
Wow.
Well, that's one to look out for.
So, man, I'd faint.
Where do we sign
Wow.
up?
Yeah. And we will call it DigiCamp. So Philpop DigiCamp. So that's
DigiCamp.
and I was just reading, so just go to philpop.com.ph/digicamp. So if you want to find out about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Para mag-apply kayo, mag-audition
Apply
kayo.
kayo.
So
May
that-
mga questions like, what if they audition, if they don't make it, can they still there are two kinds kasi, yung the paying fellow, the ones who would pay, and the ones who are scholars, the ones who would audition and then get to, join for free.
Right.
If you don't make it as scholars, you can still join and just pay the fee. So pwede yon. Yun yung number one na question yata na tinatanong ng iba. Parang tatakot sila na baka pag nag-apply sa scholarship, dan sila pwedeng bumili ng...
Oo nga, no?
Oo. So pwede na daw. Yun ang sabi. Ayaw namin isara. Yan. Pero there will be a little bit of auditioning happening kasi kailangan malaman namin kung gumagawa talaga kayo ng kanta. Kasi mahirap naman talaga from zero na. So dapat at least nakakagawa ng kanta. Yeah.
Yes.
So if you have any questions, just go to the Philpop Facebook page. Nandun lahat. Or philpop.com.ph. Just doing my duty as one of the promoters of
Yes, that's
Philpop.
right.
Yes. At kami ni Trina
Yeah.
are
Alright.
also lecturers and as well as
Yeah.
coaches.
Mamimiss lang namin yung camaraderie ng live. Syempre, mas iba rin yung saya nung magkakasama lahat. But
Mm-mm.
it cannot be done this year. So, okay naman yung
Of
Digicap.
course.
It has its
Okay lang.
pros.
Have to make do, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Mm-mm.
So there's
Wala lang
actually
pagkain.
there's a question here from B and Oranchana. She says, how many fellows will you be accepting this year? So that's something.
Yun. Yun ang
I didn't
tanong
do
na
my
hindi namin alam.
assignment. I don't know.
Oh no.
Oo.
You can inquire. The details are probably in the Philpop page. I don't
Oo,
know.
andon. Pero actually hindi rin natin na ano yun, na parang hindi we didn't talk about it na ganun kasolid.
Sanay kami pag ganyang klaseng tanong, kasama namin si Dinah Rimolacio at siya ang sumasagot ng mga ganyang
Talaga.
tanong.
And after this broadcast pala, you can watch there's a ongoing live talk naman with Marlon Barnuevo, one of the coaches, on the technical side, technical side of songwriting, yung producing and all those good things, DAW and whatever setup you have. So it's happening also.
Songwriting in nowadays, the DAW is kind of
the beat
needed,
makers, yung mga ganyan. Pwede. Yan, nakakatuwa.
Guys, be sure to sign up. You're gonna have these two amazing mentors. So guys, gotta check it out.
Exactly. Don't miss the opportunity. So once again, that's philpop.com.ph/digicamp. Did I get that right?
Yes, correct.
All right.
Mismo.
Yes, so be on the lookout for that. So I just wanted to say hello to a few people in the audience. So from Tito Paulo Zarate, he says hello to both.
Hello, Pao.
Hi, Pao.
Yeah,
Yes, and my intact professor, Serge Gabriel, said, "Go, Sir Jungee."
Hi, Serge.
Nice nice to see that you know each other.
Oh, yeah. Very good spoken word artist. Yeah.
Yes.
Ang galing-galing. Nag-guest na natin yun sa This Is My Story, This Is My Song.
Oh, really?
Yeah. One of the best ones in the industry. Yeah. Hello, Serge. Nice to hear from you.
We also have
Or Sir Serge.
Sir Serge for me, actually.
Okay.
We also have Jennifer Chua saying good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Jennifer.
Hey,
Oh, Ma'am Jen pala yun sa inyo.
Yes,
Jen.
she's our boss.
Hello, boss.
Hi, boss.
And we also have Bon Eliab saying, have Trina.
Who's this?
Bong Eliab.
Bong Eliab.
Hi, Bong. Yes. Friend.
Yan. Good. Ay, hi din kay Bian nga pala yung nagtanong. Hi, hello, B. I know she also has a program at radyo-katipunan.
Yes, she does Mind Ed. So that's on Thursdays. She's the day after us.
Yes. Our dear Bian.
Yeah.
Of Believe.
Before we end, I just have one, because it's 6:15 already. We're actually over time, but I just have one more question. So I know time flies when the kwentuhan is so good, but
yes.
Back to songs. A while ago, we talked about when if a song is finished, if it's ever finished at all. But with you, so you have had songs that have been around for so long, and every year we see them getting sung differently and reinterpreted by different artists. So as the songwriters, like from your perspective, do the meanings of your songs sometimes change over time or grow with you?
Ang gaganda naman ng mga tanong mo, Maxine.
Oo nga, saan ba galing yan?
Bakit galing yan, ha? Saan yung hinuhugot ni Austin yan?
I still have much to learn.
Klase kayo sa tanong. Do the meaning of the song change over time? I think it will depend on who is listening to it. For me, the meaning of the songs I write don't change for me. Kung ano sila at the time I wrote it, I remember why I wrote them, and ganun pa rin yung meaning nila most of the time for me. I think it may change in the minds of other people, and then when it does for them, and then I find out what it means for them, natutuwa ako kasi interesting na parang, ganun ba yung dating sa inyo? Ganyan.
Yes,
So,
yes.
parang, well, like Shine, for example, yan ang isa sa mga parang talagang, it's actually a love song. I wrote it as a love song, contest 1996, but because of the way it is perhaps performed by different singers, nagiging inspirational yung dating sa iba. Some have assumed it's a gospel song, and I'm like, pwede pala yon. So parang sila ngayon nagsasabi sa akin na parang, and then I'm like, no, pwede pala, ganon. So minsan nag-iiba yung meaning depende doon sa nakikinig, and then they tell us what it means for them, and then you're like, oh, you're right, it could mean that. So that's always refreshing for us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
I
have
used to
any
be,
Yes?
yeah, sure. Go.
I was just wondering if you guys had any special experiences with people telling you the meaning of the song and it made you just really value the song more.
Yes.
Sige, ikaw ulit.
Yeah.
Oo.
Ako yung You've Made Me Stronger. Si Nino Regalado, drummer.
The great drummer.
Yeah. I don't even remember if I heard it from him or somebody who told me that this was his story, that he encountered like some homeless guy in another country. And basta really down and close to parang siguro malapit siya magpakamatay or something, and he went parang in his desire to uplift the spirits of this man, he started quoting "You've Made Me Stronger" by Breaking My Heart. Parang kinwote niya yung song. Tawa-tawa ako kasi parang ganon. But apparently it did lift the spirits of this like homeless person. Parang there's this Asian poet who said, parang ganun pa. Tawa ako sa story.
This philosopher.
Oo, parang siguro it was all he could think of at the moment. So he started quoting the song, but it worked. It worked for this
Why not?
homeless guy, and like really, so meron siyang gano. So you never know. You never know what it will bring to some other person. But that is pretty cool, and it was a nice story. It made me laugh, and at the same time, parang nakakatuwa, ganon.
I used to be close-minded din sa yung people giving different meaning dun sa song. Kasi talagang I really want it a certain way, but I realized getting older that, iba talaga ang impact. I mean, like ako, may ibang effect sa akin yung song. Depende sa pinagdadaanan ko. So, mas naging okay, naintindihan ko na I remember I wrote this song in the gospel community, but it's a gospel love song. The title is Sabihin Mo. Sabihin Mo, parang it's about courting, we call it in our group, Evangeligaw, yung evangelizing while making wordplay. Evangeligaw and Bible study. Yan, Bible study. So, yun ang concept. But then there's one somebody who messaged me. He was about to jump off na, kill himself. But he said, I give myself one more, just listen to the radio, turn on the radio. Dun sa radio na namin, sa gospel radio, and heard my song. Not even a gospel song, it's a love song. But then that stopped him from the way, naging inaanak ko pa sa kasal actually siya. So, because of the words, sabihin mo. Because the story was he was keeping it, to himself. But because of the suggestion of the song to say it, so sinabi niya sa father niya na I'm not doing well, ganyan. So long story short, it brought him back to his thinking na life is important and I can. So imagine that, the power of the song. So kung iba yung meaning but it helped the person, okay lang yan. Different meaning to different strokes for different folks. So iba-iba yung dating. So tayo, when you hear a song, sabi nga ni Toto Sorioso, I have to quote him. Yeah, yung pag naiwan mo daw at may revisions pa yung kanta, ang kanta mo ay just leave the door open, DAW. Leave the door open. Ibig sabihin, huwag mo munang isara yung file. That sigurado may revision pa yan. Kasi music is, talagang interpretation yan eh. So
yes. Like any piece of art, I guess, 'di ba? Parang yung audience or yung tumitingin or yung nakikinig ang ultimate na magbibigay ng yung what it means to them. So I guess that's what art is, 'di ba? Parang
Kung
kung ano
ano
yung
yung
tingin
dating.
nila. Kung ano yung dating.
Exactly. Pero ang gaganda ng tanong nyo, ang galing yung dalawa.
Oo,
Thank you
bakit?
so
Bakit
much.
maganda yung mga
Thank you.
Oh, you can be, don't do too much songwriting, ha? We will lose our job.
Hindi masyadong galingan.
Oo, huwag masyado. Kailangan kumita ang mga tito at tita.
But what a nice show you have.
Yes,
Congrats,
wonderful.
congrats ha.
Thank
Na,
It was
nakakatuwa.
fun today because both of you were here with us.
Yeah, and we both
Yay.
talk so much.
Yes,
It's fun.
over time.
Yeah.
Over time. Yeah.
That should be like one part of our show, like one of the things.
Yeah, it could be a game, You could give us a word and we can.
Yeah. But yeah, it's amazing. Like when you shared your stories, like it really showed the emotion of music and how it really does ring true the saying that music saved my life. And like it really showed like the emotion and the passion that humans have and like how music can really express that. Yeah.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
And I was wondering, throughout the show, you've actually been telling us about the projects you're doing, but would you mind repeating it again for our audience who maybe joined the show a little late? What have you guys, what are your upcoming projects and plans, and what should we be watching out for?
Yeah, maybe we should share our
YouTube
websites.
channels.
Yeah, YouTube channels.
We both have.
Please do.
That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay.
So both Jungee and I have our YouTube channels. All you have to do is search Jungee Marcelo or Trina Belamide, and
Yeah.
you will find our respective
Yeah.
YouTube channels. Please subscribe.
Jungee Marcelo music, may music yung sa akin. Yeah. may
Music sa akin, Trina Belamide Network. So,
network. So,
oo.
hanapin nyo
pero
lang.
actually, pag ginugol nyo naman, dun din kayo babagsak.
Doon din kayo pupunta. And if
Yeah.
ever you need also, music servicing,
Yan.
requirements, we do jingles, commercials, songs for weddings and for, birthday ng
Anything.
birthday ng dog or whatever. We can run. Trina wrote a song about, the passing of, di ba?
Yeah, I wrote a
Yeah.
pet loss song
Pet
and it's
loss,
actually
yeah.
doing very well. I'm
Galing.
glad to see. Oo nga eh.
And-
Kasi, I love pets.
And Trina also has this very informative, I actually used a few in my class. So it was, sabi ko, I'll talk about publishing. Might as well play Trina's video. So I played it and they appreciated it.
Maayos pa ba? Does it still? ano,
Ayos.
is it
Yeah, pasok
still
na pasok. And it was easy because, in 5 minutes or 10 minutes tapos eh. And
Yeah.
and
I hope
it
to
also,
come up with more content like that, but
Yes,
it's still in
please.
the works.
yeah, and
Be
people
looking
like us,
forward.
practitioners, also have a very good use for it, so we can share it in
Yeah.
our classes. Yeah.
So, yun ang mga pinagkakabalahan namin. YouTube channels namin, some projects here and there, singles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Trina is also into advocacy, like helping via Bayanihan Musikahan. different
Yeah, every now and then, raise funds. Mahirap pag pandemic dahil lahat ng tao, syempre nangangailangan. But the community pantries are all out there. So, support and donate to all of
Yeah.
them.
things. Mhm.
So,
And we also want to encourage, if you're using music content, do it the right way. Para din, you're also helping us. You're also helping us if you do it the right way, go through the proper channels. Laging copyright infringement not intended. Hindi actually it doesn't mean anything to us because
doesn't help.
you're actually infringing it. So you can go through the channel, go through Phil's Cap, and you can ask for kung paano, how to go about it. Believe me, it's not that expensive, and then you'd feel good also that with the
license the use of songs.
Yes. And there are some naman na we let them, like I have a lot of hip hoppers dancers who come up to me, can we use your music? So I just give them the permission. We call them whitelisting. We asked our aggregator to whitelist so they can dance to the music. So pwede
Music
naman.
licensing is very complicated, and we understand that for music users it can be very confusing. So most of the time the copyright infringement happens because people don't know any better, and
Oops,
we get
sorry.
it so complicated. But But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of material also out there to educate people. So, check them out. Check them out.
Yeah.
Check
For
them out
sure.
my channel.
Be sure to check them out. Guys, be sure to check out Miss Trina and Sir Junji's channel to find out their upcoming projects and the things they're working on now. So,
Yes.
Yeah, we're also on Facebook. So we also have
Yeah.
our Facebook pages.
Yeah. And
Trina
we're also
Belamide.
ano ulit yung Facebook mo, Trina?
Wala lang, Trina Belamide. Basta yung
Okay.
merong, the one with the blue check
check.
mark.
Okay. How do you get the blue check mark anyway? You have to be
Alright.
Atenista? No, I'm just kidding.
Let's see if we can help you with that.
Yeah. And eventually we might try other platforms too, like Kumu and all those different things. I don't know how
Oh
yet.
my God, di ko kinakaya ang Kumu tsaka TikTok. Wala pa akong TikTok. Parang hindi kaya ng powers ko.
Nag-try ako mag-TikTok pero hindi ko kaya every week or every day.
Talaga. Oh,
Parang I posted 3,
Bagets
that
na
was
bagets.
it. Napagod ako i-produce, parang ganon.
You have to edit the
talaga.
videos
Sumasayaw ka
also.
doon.
Edit. Yeah, I did one na crump, pero the crump music, original music, I did crump music,
Oo.
pero dapat ang requirement, nagpiprito ka. So parang,
Oh,
ganon.
Oh, bagay na
Hindi.
bagay ka doon.
Ganon sana, kaya
Sumasayaw
lang,
ka eh.
pagod ako eh. Pero eventually, that's one thing that I really want to get into, yung TikTok music, actually, the TikTok music, to provide music for TikTok.
At least you can dance to your own music. Oh.
exactly. You
Yeah,
can choreograph a
promote.
challenge.
Oo nga, ano?
Yes.
yeah, well, I mean,
Why
never
not?
say never, right?
Oo nga,
Yeah.
sige,
Yeah.
subukan natin.
Yeah. But,
Backflip while eating pansit. Yung mga ganun.
yeah.
Yan
So
natin
before
kung
we
paano.
thank our amazing guest, we just like to say that this has been New Wave, and we'd like to thank James for handling our broadcast, and of course Sir Justin for always having our backs.
Yes, thank you once again to our audience for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you all next time. So please join us on our next episode next week, Wednesday again, May 26, where we will be talking to singer-songwriter and soprano Lara Maige,
Wow.
Yay, Lara. Oh, I miss you, Lara.
one of our friends.
Yeah. So
He's
don't miss
also a
out,
Phil-Pop
guys.
coach.
Yes. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So don't forget to not miss out on this amazing episode next week. Follow us on Instagram at newwave.rk to stay updated. Don't forget to catch us on the replay on Radio-Katipunan 87.9 FM's Facebook page, YouTube, and Periscope. All of which go by at Radio-Katipunan.
But most of
Galing.
all, thank you to our wonderful guests, Miss Trina Belamide. So, Tita Trina, you know your song about the dogs that we just talked about a bit. I choked up a bit because I remember listening to that song and crying
Big
because,
dog
like,
Lionel.
yes, because Lionel, we had just lost our golden retriever, Lionel, at the time. So, it really hit super close to
Yeah.
home.
I know.
Also,
I
and,
had
you
to
know-
write it because I cry with all of you all the time. I mean,
Yes.
it's crazy, but that's how I feel. So parang,
Mhm.
see, I'm tearing up right away.
Exactly. It always feels fresh. And
I
also,
know.
on a much happier note, as a female songwriter, I really look up to you. Like, your songs are so nice. And
Aw, I'm so glad we're
Thank-
Facebook friends now.
yes, me too. And of
Yeah.
course, Mr. Jungee Marcelo, Tito Jungee, my ninong.
Yes.
It was so nice to get to talk to you again today. Like,
Same here.
it was really good to catch up, and I really hope to see you soon, whether it's through another mentorship maybe, or like
Mhm.
hopefully things clear up soon so we can see each other again.
Yes,
So,
you can have steak at your house.
yes, we can
Yeah.
we can
Tama
have
ako,
steak.
Oh, the famous Gino Cruz steak. Gino Blues Cruz steak.
Of course. I feel like every show they bring up the Gino Cruz steak. So, Daddy,
Oh
listen.
man, you should put up your very
Oh,
own
yeah.
steakhouse in competition with. Oh no, you can't be.
No,
in
we can't
competition
do
with your
that.
own company. No, it can't be. It can't be.
That would be funny. But anyway, again, thank you to both of you for sharing your wisdom and spending your afternoon with us. Tita Trina, I hope we made you feel at home again because Ateneo and Tito Jungee, you were an Atenean for a day. I hope you get your blue check soon.
Oh nga, well, yeah, and nice to meet you also, Austin. You know, it's so
Yeah.
nice too.
It's a
Yeah.
pleasure
And
to
so
meet
as
you
not
both.
to alienate Lasal people, I'm wearing
Mhm.
green.
Yeah.
Para hindi naman todo Ateneo, di ba?
Yeah.
Balance
Austin,
it
are you
out.
also a songwriter? Austin, you also write songs?
Oh no, not really.
Well, maybe after this you will be able to write songs.
I actually did learn a lot of pointers, so maybe
Right? You just took a
Alright.
class. So thank you again, and we wish you the best. And we're really looking forward to your future projects and to seeing what you guys have in store for your YouTube channels.
Mhm.
Yes.
Watch
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, and once again, this has been your midweek gang who's always ready to hang. I'm Austin.
I'm Max, and this has been New Wave. We'll see you all again next week. Bye.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If it's entertainment you crave,
Catch us on
New Wave. Surfing through the latest on our shores.
every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m.
See you there.